Hello everyone and welcome back to Tech Talk with Bill. And on this channel, I help absolute beginners and career shifters for you to learn JavaScript fundamentals in a way that actually makes sense to you. You don't get to memorize and you get to learn from your heart. It just feel like magic as you become familiar, coming from a clear thinking as you do it step by step logically and instinctively, it will come naturally to you. This video is part of my JavaScript full course where we use a ServiceNow PDI or a personal developer instance as a safe execution environment. But everything we write here is pure JavaScript that can work anywhere. Now, if you're coming from a non-technical background, conditions can feel confusing. You might be thinking, why do you need another way to write an if statement from our previous lesson? And why does JavaScript even has something called switch? And when would you really or actually use this in real life implementations? And that confusion is completely normal. So I created this lesson for you for career shifters like I was before, absolute beginners, and anyone transitioning from a non-tech background into programming. And you do not need prior coding experience to follow these concepts. If you want structured long-term learning like this, I'd like you to consider joining as a channel member. Your support helps me create deeper walkthroughs designed specifically for beginners. And one important note before we continue, if you are new here, pause this video now and first watch the developer environment setup tutorial linked at the end of the screen. And that shows you how to set up a developer environment like what you're seeing now so you can follow along. So what is a switch case statement? So let us base an example so you could visually see it. Instead of asking if a logic is true, is this true? Is that true? And how about this? And what we say is take this value like what you're seeing on line 2, compare it to known options and run the matching block, which is relevant to your condition. So you don't ask, is the user ordering chicken or ordering beef or would like to order fish? Instead, you look at what they selected and add accordingly. So this is what we call automation thinking or process automation. And that is exactly what the switch statement does, as you see on line 5. In comparison to else if, you will see a more cleaner code, avoids long chains of else if. It makes intent easier to read and models real-world decision tables, and you give clarity on your code and the people who work around you. And as a beginner, you will start normally on working with other developers, and readability is a common goal and best practice. And in this example, the switch statement structure, you have one value to evaluate, multiple case options like what you see on line 8, line 13, and line 18, and so on, a break keyword to stop the execution, and an optional default for unmatched values. And you'll see exactly once you basically run the script. So what you're seeing mirrors real application. You have the status codes, user roles, menu selections, and system states. And these are technical jargons that I'm mentioning. And what you're seeing line by line explanation. Line 2 stores the value you want to evaluate. Line 5 tells JavaScript what value to compare. And case 1 checks if day number is equals to 1. And if the case matches, it does a necessary code. And for simplicity, we have executed a print execution. And the default, if there's no matching case, then line 24 will run. So mathematically speaking, this will run case 18, line 18, which is case 3, because it represents the day number of 3. And I'd like you to run the script and get your hands dirty as you can follow along. Since coding is a hands-on exercise, it's not memorization, but it's a know-how and more on familiarity. So all the libraries that you're seeing now, I'd like you to keep it since nobody memorizes code. And when you need it, you know where to find it and apply the necessary technique to implement on your coming project. Now let's move to another example. And you can see that there are red squiggly lines that has appeared. And this is a good experience to have because structure in code is very important in your familiarity because you may be reading thousands of code. And right now there is assistance of AI and your familiarity with the strengths of AI. You get to verify the correctness of AI since AI cannot detect everything where a human guidance is still necessary. And what you're seeing, this is one of the most common beginner mistakes. And you will see what happens as we remove the break keyword. And I'd like you to run it and see how it will behave with the red squiggly line. So you get to familiar what's running as expected and what is not running. So in this scenario, because without break, JavaScript falls through and keeps executing. So switch case is like a staircase. If you don't step out from falling down. Now let's fix it properly with this new rectified code. And I'd like you to run the script and tell me in the comments what has printed because execution stops after the correct match. If this explanation is helping you understand JavaScript, consider joining as a channel member. Members get access to longer, structured lessons like this designed specifically for beginners. And if this feels confusing, that's completely normal because you are learning machine language or how a computer thinks, not memorizing syntax. And everything comes on familiarity and repetition. As you keep on practicing, you become familiar and it will suddenly make sense. And on this example, sometimes multiple values should trigger the same behavior. And as we have defaulted the switch on line 5 equals to true, it allows condition checks. Each case evaluates either to true or false. First, the true case runs. And what do you think will be the output by just reading the code? So in coding implementation, by just reading this, you may have just line 12 but not testing it. But in real world analogy, I like you to have that concept that you always test your code. And in development, there is always a word that you say done. So once you say done, it is something you have tested, you have verified in alignment to the business requirements. And as you work closely on testers or with testers, you will have full confidence and evidence that your code is working as expected. So here are mental models and key best practices. You use switch when comparing one value and always use the break unless fault is intentional. Use the default as a safety net and focus on readability and clarity. And programming, as what you're seeing now and learning, is not about memorizing keywords. It's all about flow and processes and understanding it. And today you've learned what a switch case is, why it exists, and how it compares values, why break is essential, when do you switch instead of if. So the key takeaways here, switch case compares one value to many options. Break prevents accidental execution. And finally, clear logic beats clever syntax every time. If you want deeper structured JavaScript learning, join us as channel member. Continue to the next lesson. And if you're new, watch developer environment setup, this video that you'll find a link at the end of the screen. If you're coming from a non-tech background, this is exactly how you start. One concept, one example, and one step at a time. See you in the next lesson on JavaScript control flows.